Message and data rates may apply.
Ready to get back to college and finish that bachelor's degree?
Yes.
Love the idea of finishing your degree online?
Yes.
Does the idea of transferring credits sound like an absolute headache?
Yes.
Then transfer your transfer headaches to us. We're Southern New Hampshire University. We're experts in making sure you get the most from your previous college credits. We do practically all the transfer work for you, putting you on the fast track to graduation.
Yes!
Send us a text and we'll do all the work. Discover SNHU and how much time and money you can save with a no-obligation bachelor's degree transfer evaluation by texting THINK to 554433. Founded in 1932, Southern New Hampshire University offers degree programs online, making higher education far more affordable and accessible. Say yes to finishing your degree. Discover SNHU and how much time and money you can save with a no-obligation bachelor's degree transfer evaluation by texting THINK to 554433. That's THINK to 554433. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed.
Are you a veteran looking for your next career? Hope Center is sponsoring a job fair for veterans. Participating employers will include the New Orleans Police and Sheriff's Departments, the VA Medical Center, Delta Personnel, Goodwill Industries, and many more. Come with your resume and be prepared to open the next chapter in your life. For dates and times, go to hopecenterla.org. A message from WRNO Communities, helping to make a difference in New Orleans.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends. You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Good evening. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D. Squared, with
Brian Held.
Brian Held. How the hell are you, buddy?
I am wore out.
But to say, are you tired?
I am. Yeah, I've had 5 a.m. wake up calls the past 2 days.
Oh,
well,
well,
but it was for a worthy cause. We were up in Franklinton this weekend filming days 3 and 4 of Star Wars story Hopeless.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you're like a real celebrity now, huh? Aren't you?
I don't know about all that, but no, it was great. We were up in like I said, Franklinton at a campground out there on the Bogachita River.
Oh, way down yonder on the Bogachita.
Yes, and got a lot of good shots. I got to do Vader on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, some swordplay action a la Rogue One, that hallway scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's a keeper.
Yeah, I know, cutting down rebels. It's great.
People don't know the real joys of just slicing down rebels.
Right, but I played a rebel today.
Scum.
And
what?
I played a rebel and I got shot.
Well, good. You deserve to get shot playing a rebel. Man. So, all right, Brian, well, let's set up the show. In the first segment, we have us. In the second segment, we have us. In the third segment, we have us. And then in the fourth segment, guess what?
It's us.
Yeah, you're right.
So, guys, we're going to do it a little different today. It's our San Diego Comic-Con special. There's so much news that's been coming out of SDCC all weekend long.
And it exploded.
I mean, it has been nonstop, wall-to-wall, like, Facebook posts and just, notifications. Twitter's blowing up. I mean, like, the email bag's blowing up. I mean, it's just crazy, the amount of stuff that's coming out of San Diego. But, I mean, we knew that kind of going in.
Well, we did,
You know, I mean, so we didn't book a guest in particular.
Right.
But then after the amount of the plethora of information and trailers that have come out, we're like, you know what, Skungy, you're not really fired. We're just going to give you the day off.
Well, and, Skungy is hard at work updating systems for Mechacon next weekend.
Why would he be doing that for Mechacon, I ask?
Well, because he's representing GameStop, and of course, Dave and I are going to be there all weekend long.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so Mechacon.com, that's at the Hyatt Regency, right next to the Dome, July 28th through 30th. We'll be there all weekend long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the uninitiated Mechacon?
No,
Mechacon. It's Mechacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, a lot of the jocks here in the building, a couple of them are coming, and
Really?
a lot of the sales staff is coming.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man, geek is chic. I think we know that, but
We do.
They're finally catching on. All right, man, you ready to do Top Nerd News?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. And now, your Top Nerd News stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your Top Nerd News stories. Jesus, man, you're dying on me over there, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Stay with me, pal. Stay with me.
Maybe it's a little sand in my lung from...
Sand lung. That's a new ailment. I hadn't heard that one before. All right, well, let's go through the list real quick.
All right.
We had Thor Ragnarok trailer dropped.
Yes.
Then Ready Player One, the Spielberg based on
Adaptation.
Ernest Cline.
Yep.
Correct. Good word. Mm-hmm. Then the Justice League trailer dropped.
Yes.
Then Star Trek, they brought out a new one. Jigsaw, which is the Saw trilogy that they've repurposed because, well, I guess they ran out of numbers. I think they were on like 7 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It was 5 or 6. Death Note, which is actually, that's going to be a Netflix show.
Right.
This is based off an anime. So this is actually looking pretty good. Bright, which has Will Smith. That's another Netflix thing.
Yes.
We've talked about that before on the show.
We have.
I was reticent in the beginning, but I'm getting kind of sold on this idea now.
Well, keep to the list.
Keep to the list. I'm sorry. Oh, and then Stranger Things, Brian. Right. Another Netflix one.
Okay, so you want to start with Thor?
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. All right, so here's the clip.
So much has happened since I last saw you. I lost my hammer, like yesterday, so that's still pretty fresh. And then I went on a journey of self-discovery, where I met you. And you and I had a fight recently. Did I win? No, I won, easily. Doesn't sound right. No, it's true. We're the same, you and I. Just a couple of hot-headed fools.
Yeah, same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Oh, kind of both like fire.
But Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.
This is going to be like the buddy cop movie of this is going to be like the Lethal Weapon, I think. You know, that's what Thor and Hulk are becoming to me. It's a Mel Gibson and oh my God, what's his name? Don't worry about it.
Yes.
But I mean, so many funny one-liners are coming out. Like,
We know each other. He's a
friend from work. There's actually shirts going around like that.
Oh, is there?
Yes. Oh my God,
I
it's
haven't seen
phenomenal.
that.
Yeah, ad placement. It's the wave of the future, man.
But no, I am in love with Thor Ragnarok. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see this movie.
Well, and in the trailer too, you got a shot of Loki as well. Now Loki is coming back, and obviously, between Loki and the Hulk.
Real quick, Danny Glover.
Yeah, his son is Lando, huh?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Look at that. But no, I mean, this looks like the buddy cop fun movie where they're not taking it overly seriously. Like, I mean, Marvel movies aren't always completely serious, except for like maybe the Civil War one.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, they're really kind of, I guess, almost like hamming it up. Except for Hela, who's kind of trying to destroy Asgard, as it were. But, I mean, this movie on the surface, it looks like it's going to be fun and entertaining, and it's also going to hook into future movies, as, Marvel's always do.
Yes.
But, if you've been wondering where the hell Loki is, I mean, last time we saw Loki, wasn't he on the throne pretending to be...
Yes, he snuck out of jail, and he is masquerading as Odin.
Right.
Yes.
So, I mean, apparently, I guess maybe he was still on the throne when Hela came in and started, just knocking people out.
Tearing it up, yeah. Is she initiating Ragnarok as foretold by the Vikings?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the precept of it. And poor old Thor, it's funny because he seems like almost a comical character through most of the movie, and then towards the end of the trailer, she's like, "What are you even the god of?"
Right.
And your boy drops out of the sky riding a lightning bolt. His eyes are like lightning bolts coming out of it. It's just like, yeah, this is me, baby. Come on. Let's dance.
We know each other.
Oh,
He's a friend from work.
So, all right. So, I mean, I'm excited about that one.
Yes, absolutely. Must see.
All right. Now, here's another one. I'm excited about this one. This is Ready Player One. It's the Spielberg adaptation of Ernest Cline's book, Ready Player One. Now, here's a little bit of audio here.
I was born in 2025. But I wish I'd grown up in the 1980s. Like all my heroes. In 2045, there's nowhere left to go. Nowhere. Except the Oasis. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. A world where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
Now, I like it when they kick into the sticks, That's when everybody starts piling into their cars, and I guess that's when the Easter egg chase is on.
So,
for those who don't know about the book, I mean, the book is basically an homage to the 80s, in essence.
Completely.
And it's got every kind of possible, reference you can think of.
To pop culture in the 80s.
Right, exactly. And so at one point in the movie, when word gets out that... Because... the Easter egg was lost. People thought it was just a hoax, right?
No, what it was is that you have this virtual reality called the Oasis.
Okay,
right?
yes.
And the guy who built the Oasis, when he died,
yeah, he left a treasure. But after like 20, 30 years, people were like, "Oh, it mustn't exist." And then
thought he was
and
then
just kidding. When our hero pops up on the leaderboard, everybody loses their collective mind.
Right.
And so then then the evil corporations come out and they have their super teams. IOI, and they just start, tearing up the Oasis. And, the book is phenomenal. If you have not read the book, I strongly, strongly urge you to read the damn book.
So, not only have I read the book, I've listened to it. The audiobook is narrated by Will Wheaton.
Oh, your man crush.
Yes. But I'm worried about this.
Why are you worried?
Well, like the whole race scene that we see in this trailer.
Okay.
What is that in reference to? I mean...
What, you got Bigfoot? You got the DeLorean in it?
Right.
I don't care what it's in reference to. It just looks cool, and it's like everybody is suddenly going out there. It's a visual, Brian. It's meant to show the audience and the people reading the books that all of a sudden what was nothing is now a huge race against time to be the first one to solve all three clues and you win the internet.
I mean, I get that it's cool. The visual, I admit that the visual looks cool, but
okay.
I just don't understand. Like,
that's where it stops.
It doesn't fit into the context of the book at all. So I'm just...
Well, I mean, if you really want to, get into it about virtual reality, meaning what, everybody's going to have a treadmill? I mean, come on.
Well, he did have a treadmill in the book, but, I just think that I will go see it, but I want to make sure that it stays true to the vision.
Wow, right? that was very nice of you. I'm glad you're going to go see it. I'll go see it under protest, though.
It's not under protest.
I'm so glad you could deign to come with the plebes and watch the movie.
I'm telling you, I have concerns about it. Is all I'm saying.
You have concerns about everything.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I like Thor Ragnarok.
Oh my God, it's a Marvel. All right, moving on to the Justice League. All right, here we go. Here's the fun times. I hate you.
No lanterns, no Kryptonian. This world will fall, like all the others.
One misses the days when one's biggest concerns were exploding wind-up penguins.
Don't engage alone. We'll do this together.
It's really cool. You guys seem ready to do battle and stuff, but I've never done battle.
That's the Flash.
I just push some people and run away.
How many of you are there?
not enough.
Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they really just vanish. Huh? Oh, that's rude.
How rude. So now here's the thing, though. All right. I was at first I was really on board for this movie because, I mean, I love DC, but I think this is going to be a flop, honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is going to be a flop because they don't know what to do. And one of the portions, it wasn't in this clip. Here, listen to this one.
Superman was a beacon to the world. He didn't just save people. He made them see the best parts of themselves.
I take umbrage with that statement.
Yes.
Okay, because in none of the Superman movies, with the exception of the 80s when we had Christopher Reeve, who was the Boy Scout and what Superman's supposed to be, you know, letting people see the best of them, you know, this turd muffin who's supposed to be, you know, like this angsty Superman who's more concerned about, you know, shagging Lois than anything else in the world. I mean, it's like they're trying to rewrite the first two flops of a movie to make it fit the new statement that they're putting out with this movie.
So there was some visual imagery in Batman versus Superman that I think they're trying to play on with this, right? Because you did see those scenes of Superman appearing iconic as godlike to people in those cutscenes.
In a 2.5 hour movie.
Right.
In a 2.5 hour movie, they showed 1 second of all the people in Mexico touching him like, oh, ay, Dios mío.
Right, but they didn't build enough base to his character to envision what Ben Affleck is saying as Batman.
And nothing that he did showed that he worried about other people. I mean, you know, when he had to go kill Batman, you know, it was because they had his mom. Well, you know what? I mean, look, everybody loves their mom, but it's Superman. He would have found a way. You know, and that was the whole crux of it. They just don't know how to do Superman, and so now they're trying to rewrite this. It just aggravates me to no end.
I just think that DC doesn't know what to do with, or I'm sorry, Warner Brothers just doesn't know what to do with the DCEU, right? They don't understand how to build a story, how to establish just a group of movies that build this base that you're interested in. I watched the trailer and I don't care about this.
You're right. Here's the other thing. They don't know how to build suspense. Listen to this.
You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late.
Gee, I wonder who could possibly come in to try to save the day who we assume might be dead and then is just going to come in and help our poor beleaguered heroes.
Hal Jordan?
Maybe. Well played. I didn't think of that. Well, okay. Now, if that turns out to be the case, I'll eat my hat.
Okay.
I'll eat your Dragon Con hat.
Oh, nice. No, you won't. I've heard that bandied around a little bit, but we know it's going to be Superman that's coming back.
I mean, you know, man, we need to take a break.
Do we?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my God, do we need to take a break. All right, Brian, what are we talking about next when we come back?
We still got more trailers, a ton of more trailers to talk about. So more SDCC coverage when we get back from these short commercial messages. Guys, you're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, where you can get the world's most comfortable sheets for less than half of what you'd pay in the store. Our sheets are made from 100% organic cotton and get softer over time. Even 3 U.S. presidents have Boll & Branch sheets. Try them for 30 nights. If you don't love them, send them back for a full refund. Go to bollandbranch.com today for $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping with promo code SLEEP. Spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. That's bollandbranch.com, promo code SLEEP.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
Are you behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right, if you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. Call now, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311.
This is the Week in Geek with D Squared and Brian Held.
Outstanding.
Miss any of today's show? Download the Geek Podcast at WRNO.com. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is D Squared with
Brian Held.
All right, Brian, I feel as if, I'm just an angry person.
You are
in
generally
general.
angry,
yes.
yes.
So
not all of our listeners like that either. I just want to go ahead and throw that out there.
That's too bad. That's what you're here for. You're the opposite end of the spectrum,
Gotcha.
pal. All right, so now here's the thing, though. I feel like I'm piling on DC right now.
Right.
Though, it feels like my kid brother. I just want to just kind of keep punching him in the head, because
right.
Well, he's just not acting right.
Well,
now,
I'm like, who are you? Because you love DC.
I love a lot of DC.
Okay.
But right now they're not doing themselves any favors.
No.
And this next bit of information, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan in The Walking Dead,
right.
There is some bandying about that he might play Batman in a future DC film. And the reason they're thinking that is that it might even be the Flash's film, because the Flash solo film is going to be called Flashpoint.
Right.
Now, that's the Flashpoint Paradox was one of their best-selling, comics and cartoon movie.
Right,
I don't know what the hell to call it.
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
it's
cartoon
fine.
movie.
Yeah.
It was great. Everything about that comic and that movie was phenomenal.
Good.
And so they also have already kind of done that. One of the season 4 premiere or season 3 premiere of The Flash on the CW was called Flashpoint, where Flash goes back in time, tries to save his mom, and it just mucks up the entire timeline. Everything changes, and, the Flash has to live with the repercussions of his actions.
Okay.
So now here's the thing, though. In the Flashpoint Paradox, Batman was not really, it wasn't Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
He got killed, and what happened was Bruce Wayne was the one killed in the alley instead of his parents. And so
his dad?
Yeah, Daddy Wayne, whatever the hell his first name is, I can't remember.
Right.
Papa Bruce, he becomes the Batman. And it takes a very dark and twisted turn, because he was like a surgeon, and basically he goes, look, I know how to, fillet you and keep you alive. Don't make me mad. And so Jeffrey Dean Morgan would fit the bill perfectly as that character.
Thomas Wayne.
Thank you. Now, here's the thing, though. It's already been done. It's already been done. They're going to call the new Flash solo film, Flashpoint, and it's already been done. Why can't they come? What is wrong with them? It seems like Okay.
We absolutely need yet another origin of Batman on the screen, apparently.
Yeah. It's not really that as much. I think what it is, DC is still floundering, and they don't know what to do. So it's like, okay, everybody really loved this property. You know what? Let's redo it and put it out there. We'll repackage it, shine it up, make it real pretty, and maybe people will love it. And then we can finally, wash the stench of Batman v Superman off of us.
So I was listening to some of the stuff from the Collider guys after the Justice League panel at SDCC, and they were speculating as to, there's been rumors about Ben Affleck not playing Batman, trying to get out of the role. And
he's going through a divorce. He's been hitting the bottle. Can't blame him. Hey, it happens.
But he's like, no. He didn't definitively say I am the Batman. However, he was like, look, I will, always be up for this role type deal. Now,
as long as the check's clear.
What the guys had suggested was that the possibility of two people playing Batman in the same movie, where you'd have Ben Affleck as the older, grizzled Batman, reflecting back on his time, his younger days, and then you bring somebody like Jeffrey Dean Morgan in to play that younger, year one Batman.
Man, I don't know if Jeffrey Dean Morgan can pull that off. I mean, he looks a lot older than Ben Affleck.
Well, like I said, it was speculation.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's kind of old.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's Daddy Winchester in Supernatural.
True.
So
he
can do no wrong. He can do no wrong in my eyes, though, unless he takes that role. And look, I feel like I'm beating up on DC again.
Well, they're on the ropes. They're clearly on the ropes.
One of the things that I really I love the Flash, so it really gets me angry when they mess this up, because here's a superhero who every time he uses his powers, he causes collateral damage. He saves the guy robbing the Quickie Mart, and then in the process blows out every light bulb and destroys a whole bunch of glass.
Yeah.
Even in the new trailer, when he's stuck up on the roof talking to Commissioner Gordon, when he bolts off, there's sparks and stuff coming off of the AC unit and the floors and the walls. It's like, dude, Flash, don't come around here. All right, highly combustible materials.
Right.
I mean, jeez, dude.
And it exploded.
That's what would happen every time.
Yes. Well, do you want to talk about Star Trek?
Please.
Yes.
Can we?
Yes.
All right. So the Star Trek clip came out. Klingons.
Yes.
That's on the tip of everyone's tongues. Here we go.
The Klingon Empire has been in disarray for generations.
We've encountered them.
We have been waiting for someone worthy of our attention.
Captain, incoming.
You helped start a war. Don't you want to help me end it?
So, the Klingons are back.
Yes.
And they've been reimagined, Brian. They're completely different and look nothing like any Klingon we've seen before. Where no Klingon has gone before.
What was the quote that you said the director
said
about him?
The director has said, and because he was directly asked about this, was that in every series since the original series, when the Klingons have appeared, they've always been sort of reimagined. And think about it, even on the big screen with Star Trek Beyond and Magic Blood, they changed the Klingons' look then.
I would suggest that director has never seen any Star Trek beyond the original series. Because they do.
If you watch Deep Space Nine, though,
you got Worf is in it. He's consistent with the
not with the original series.
Not the original series. I agreed. All right, but that was explained in canon that there were two separate.
It wasn't explained. They just made a joke and lied of it because everybody was kind of like, okay, yeah, we understand that back in the 60s and 70s they didn't have great prosthetic CGIs, et cetera.
They explained it as two strains of Klingon, genetics,
right, yeah.
and one died out, and that one died out. They explained it. It's in canon.
Okay.
The point is that throughout all of the newer Star Treks, Next Generation, DS9, all that good stuff,
yeah, they kept it.
They're all consistent, right? Because Worf is in all of those. No,
right, but now, since they came back on the big screen and we have the Abrams verse now, with the Romulan garbage man taking over the galaxy, and then, Magic Blood Khan,
right?
And now whatever Star Trek Beyond was, I don't know.
I mean, look, I can understand with the new universe, right? This new reboot Abrams universe,
right?
That's fine, but just change for the sake of change is ridiculous.
Well,
that's kind of where I feel.
That's where it is, and they're just like, hey, you know what? We have this great budget. Let's do something different with it.
You know what Paramount CBS should have done? They should have fully funded Axonar and had them do
Get on
a
that
movie.
soapbox, Brian. Get up there. Well, you know, what they're doing, I think what it is, it's all part of a cosplay industry, just to cause people to have to go out and buy new prosthetics and new costumes. They must own stock at, like, I don't know, Joann's or something.
Well, you know, I mean, you got
fabrics.
You got to keep those cosplayers hopping. I mean, they get bored otherwise.
Good God! Speaking of cosplay, this movie, the Saw movie, Jigsaw, like I guess this is Saw 29 or something like that.
Right.
Here, take a listen to this.
The blood under the fingernails of our victim, John Kramer's the Jigsaw killer.
That's impossible. But Jigsaw has been dead for 10 years.
It's not him. Can't be.
This was on the body. The truth will set you free.
Oh, God, I hate this part. I hate it.
No, it's not creepy at all.
I'm that guy in the movie. No, that's
Yeah.
not creepy at all. I think of Little Red Fox cosplay, Martha.
Yes.
She does the little creepy thing on the tricycle with the red and white face thing. She does that every time I see her at a con. I walk the other direction.
I believe it.
I'm just like creeped out. I can't do it. Creepy clowns scare Dave.
I'm not a huge fan of the horror genre, but I watched this trailer. It looks disturbing. Like, super disturbing.
I mean, have you seen any of the Saws, like the first Saw?
No.
Oh, my God, dude, you need to. Actually, some of these things are ingenious. I mean, it is really painful to watch because it's not like a horror. There's no jump scares in it.
Okay.
It's all drama and
psychological horror.
Oh, my God, it tortures you.
Yeah.
I mean, and they throw you for a loop. I mean, I'm not as smart as, Peanut in the Turd, but sometimes, they get me, and I'm just like, wow, that's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah.
So let's keep the Death Notes going.
Oh,
all right, here's
nice segue.
Yeah, here we go. Now, this is the audio from Death Note. Willem Dafoe plays the demon.
Yes.
And his voice is beyond perfect. I mean, Brian, if you or I had the pipes of Willem Dafoe, we could go just scare trick-or-treaters every Halloween, hide in bushes. That'd be great. All right, here we go.
You're asleep. You're asleep and you're dreaming of some 8-foot-tall demon-looking mother.
Oh, yes. A dream. I like that. Dreams are places you can have fun, right? It's all in your mind, so why not enjoy it? Now we could, in this dream of yours, take care of a situation like this. We just put Kenny's name down and see what happens.
Poor Kenny. He's toast. And
they killed Kenny.
You bastards! So he writes down decapitation.
Yes.
And so then it's just like watch. And I mean, it's really creepy with the way he says watch. It really sounds almost very demonic. Like it gave me the heebie-jeebies willies, man. It was creepy.
Oh, yeah. No, and I can hear those golden tones of Willem Dafoe just listening to the audio. Because I watched the trailer earlier.
Yeah.
And it was creepy enough, but just hearing it is great.
And the character, the CGI work that they've done in this show, actually, I mean, it looks legit. I mean, the way they shadow it, it doesn't look like a character, a caricature, as it were. You know what I mean? So it looks really good. All right, now.
I'm excited about this.
You are?
Really excited.
So this is a clip of Aladdin and Will Smith. No, it's not. It's not Aladdin, huh? No. This is called Bright, the new Netflix with Will Smith and an orc. Here.
Good afternoon, officer. Fairy lives don't matter today. Now take the little homie out LAPD style like you do. Oh, and you keep doing all your gangster stuff. I'm just trying to sell my house. Don't worry about that.
Hey, where's the diversity hire?
I got a dude in my car. I didn't ask for it, but the whole world is watching.
All Westlake units requesting assistance.
3 Adam 9, show us en route.
Shouldn't we wait for the cavalry?
We are the cavalry.
That's a magic wand. This is like a nuclear weapon that grants wishes.
That's whatever you want. You want to be taller or shorter? You want $10 million?
I want a magic wand.
A magic wand. We have to secure it.
They don't teach that at the academy. No, they do not.
We might be in a prophecy.
We're not in a prophecy. We're in a stolen Toyota Corolla.
You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. Oh, sorry.
So this is going to be a movie, a Netflix movie.
I thought it was a series.
No, it's
just a movie?
Yeah, it's got $160
well, I feel
million
sheepish.
budget.
Oh, wait, what was the budget?
$160 million.
Well, my initial fear when the first trailer dropped however long ago was that it was going to be kind of like Alien Nation, you've got Sam Francisco and his partner, we're going to put the aliens on the police squad. And that's kind of where they sort of went with it. But, it's completely, this thing looks well thought out, where you even have an elven district. I guess they got an orc district as well.
So the thing is this... For those not familiar, it oozes Shadowrun.
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Which is
we're only missing in a corporate entity,
right? And this is a take on the whole cyberpunk genre.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that I find a little hokey about this is the quest for the magic wand thing. Right.
I made sure to put magic wand in there several times, but I guess it is like their way of they say how it's basically a nuclear bomb in essence,
right.
that grants wishes.
Well, the Shadowrun really took the world of cyberpunk and layered that fantasy and magic onto it.
Yeah.
Right? And they did it very well. So there's a lot of folks that I'm very excited for that reason. I'm we'll see when it comes out. Like I said, the magic wand thing just seems, I don't know, a bit of a red herring, just kind of like whatever.
No, I think that's going to be the centerpiece of the movie, man. I really think that's what's going to be the case there.
We'll see.
All right, now, Brian, we're going to go to break here in a second, but the Stranger Things clip came out.
Yes.
So now Stranger Things, it was another homage to the 80s. So the 80s are making a comeback, man. Only took 37 years.
Right.
So now there's a lot of audio in the background. It's thriller. And this video was more of a visual tease. There wasn't a whole lot of audio for me to work with. But, it opens up with Dragon's Lair video game. Do you remember Dragon's Lair video game?
I do, absolutely.
I remember it being in the newspaper. Like, it was at Showbiz Pizza right there on Vets and David Drive. And we were all wondering, where can we go play Dragon's Lair? And there it is right in the paper. Dragon's Lair, 4 machines, come play now. Showbiz Pizza.
I want to make a quick retraction.
Uh-oh.
The budget was $90 million for Bright, and it is a movie.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
Do you feel much better now that you made that retraction?
Yes.
Jeez.
Dragon's Lair. Stranger Things.
Darkness falls across the land.
I just want to dance. Can I dance in the studio?
Close at hand.
I don't have Periscope up.
Creatures crawl.
I don't want to see that.
Yes, you do.
To terrorize
y'all's neighborhood.
And whosoever shall be found.
So 11.
Yes.
Is still stuck in the upside down.
Must stand.
Yes, as far as we know.
Hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
So then they're running around in the Ghostbusters uniforms.
Spreading from this place.
What does it want? Not me. Everyone else.
So this poor kid's getting visions now too, man. He's like going all Rain Man, drawing pictures and stuff.
Well, it's almost like he's in both the real world and the upside down at the same time.
Exactly. So this abort. I love you. The dude with the little afro, man, he cracks me up. With the messed up teeth and stuff.
Yes.
He's great. All right, Brian, take us to break, baby.
Guys, when we get back, we're going to continue our coverage of San Diego Comic-Con. You are listening to The Week in Geek.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
It's July, right?
It is July, yes.
Can we have Christmas in July?
We can if you'd like.
I would love to have Christmas in July. So you know what, Brian? We're going to open up the phone lines, and the third caller calls us. We're going to give him a free Week in Geek t-shirt. How about that?
That would be cool. What's that number?
260-0995. Third caller, 260-0995. Get your own The Week in Geek t-shirt.
And guys, when we get back from these short commercial messages, more SDCC. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
You start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is it.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ready to get back to college and finish that bachelor's degree?
Yes.
Love the idea of finishing your degree online?
Yes.
Does the idea of transferring credits sound like an absolute headache?
Yes.
Then transfer your transfer headaches to us. We're Southern New Hampshire University. We're experts in making sure you get the most from your previous college credits. We do practically all the transfer work for you, putting you on the fast track to graduation.
Yes!
Send us a text, and we'll do all the work. Discover SNHU and how much time and money you can save with a no-obligation bachelor's degree transfer evaluation by texting THINK to 554433. Founded in 1932, Southern New Hampshire University offers degree programs online, making higher education far more affordable and accessible. Say yes to finishing your degree. Discover SNHU and how much time and money you can save with a no-obligation bachelor's degree transfer evaluation by texting THINK to 554433. That's THINK to 554433. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Now, back to the Week in Geek with local celebrity Brian Held, hashtag LCBH. Here are your hosts, local celebrity Brian Held, and that other guy, what's his name again?
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is Brian Held with...
the other guy.
Yes.
D-Squared.
Do you feel a little like Santa Claus?
I do feel like Santa Claus. I want to say thank you to our winner, Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah, over in Independence.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. See that? The power of the... I was about to say the internet. The power of radio compels you.
Yes, definitely.
We reach everywhere. Dude, this station actually even hits up in Baton Rouge, too, man.
Yeah.
All over the place, buddy.
I was listening on the way up the set and back.
Ah,
yes.
Such a celebrity, Brian. I love how you just dropped that in there. While I was being a movie star.
That's what I was doing all weekend, man. Come on.
I was a movie star.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about your movies.
Well, you wanted to talk about Steppenwolf, didn't you?
Yeah. So, what the hell?
I mean, the band, right? Is that
the
what
band? Yeah, we're going to talk about No, see, that's the thing. When you hear the word Steppenwolf, you immediately think of the band.
Right.
Well, that's the big bad in the Justice League movie. I literally think that what happened was Marvel made so many more comics that by the time DC was jumping on board, all the good names were taken. And it's just like, okay, we need somebody. Steppenwolf, that sounds good. How does he transport himself from Apocalypse's world to, spelled Lips, like lips? And how does he get there to Earth? Oh, he'll take a boom tube.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? A boom tube? Who writes this crap? Apparently Jack Kirby wrote this crap.
Well, yeah, he's pretty out there.
I know, but I mean, he was he's a mainstay in the comic book world.
He is.
And I just, I wonder, did he stay up late at night going, I need a name, I need a name? I mean, did he just like grab a thesaurus or grab an encyclopedia back then? Because he sure as hell couldn't Google it, Brian.
You're right. But aside from the origin of the name or whatever, who is this guy? I mean, he's the big bad more than likely in Justice League.
In the trailer, he's the guy that drops from the sky and he's got like these big weird horns on his head. Not horns. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird looking thing. He almost looks like a he looks like a necromonger from Pitch Black.
Okay.
Yes.
Does he have a funny hat?
He has a funny. He does have a funny hat. But so he's basically the general of Darkseid's army, and so I guess Darkseid is basically the Thanos equivalent to DC.
Okay,
who's going to be in the Avengers Infinity War?
Yes.
So I could care less about their big bad. I really could. Nothing about him, sounds cool. The parademons are pretty awesome, though. Those are the guys with the little fairy wings, and they got I guess they're like dragonfly wings because it's 4.
And we saw them
tulip
in
top,
BBS,
tulip bottom.
Right? There was that flashback sequence with Batman.
And that scene was awesome.
I will give it that had good visuals.
Okay. Well, thank you. Gives me the warm, fuzzy feeling all inside. Yeah. All right, now let's talk about some HBO stuff. Game of Thrones is back, and so Jon Snow is back, and he's the king in the North.
Okay.
And then Arya Stark came back and got her revenge in the Red Wedding. Slit Walder Frey's throat, and then killed the entire Walder Frey's clan. She invited all his children and all his relatives to his castle.
Okay.
And then was like, hey, I'm glad you could all make it. I'm going to tell you our great plans. Here, I got you some great wine. And so he's like, a toast. And so they all drink it, and then they die.
So it's like a Jim Jones wedding.
Pretty much. Everybody drank the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
And the worst part was, since it's Arya Stark, she's a little girl, and Walder Frey is a pervert, and he was married to a little girl. And so when the girl goes to grab the wine, she goes, in Walder Frey's voice, she's just like, no, I'm not wasting wine, perfectly good wine on a woman. And that was in context for Walder Frey to say something like that. But also, she didn't want to kill this girl because this girl had nothing to do with it.
Nice.
So I just love Arya's character because she's an assassin with a moral code. Okay. And it separates her from just like, the cell swords and the typical mercenaries. She's got a code. I mean, it's a very cutthroat code, but it's a code nonetheless. So now here's the thing. HBO, Game of Thrones is a winner. I mean, there's one more season left after this. There's a grand total of like 12 episodes left because there's 6 more in this season, 7 in the next. Or strike that, reverse it, one or the other.
Wait, I thought this season was the last.
It's not. They lied to us. What they did was they said there's only 14 more episodes, and so they're making 2 7-show seasons.
Interesting.
Yeah, bastards. I know. That's what they did. But Benioff and Weiss, they are the showrunners for Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Their pedigree is set. It's good. They can do this. Well, they're going to start a new show called Confederate. And this is basically an alternate history. I'm a big fan of that stuff. Harry Turtledove, the author. This is what if the Confederates had actually been able to secede from the Union. And so, this actually takes place at the beginning, the precipice of the Third Civil War. So the Mason-Dixon line is a demilitarized zone.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
so are we talking about like a
slavery? Slavery never dies. That's the big moral conundrum of the show.
This sounds to me like a Civil War version of Man in the High Castle.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, with the Man in the High Castle, I mean, as most people might have seen it or not, there are 2 different sort of upside down kind of thing world going on there. So, you can run away from that if you find it displeasing. But in 2005, a movie called CSA, Confederate States of America, came out and was at the Canal Place, the fancy hoity-toity cinema. I went and saw it. And it was one of the most uncomfortable movies to watch, and because it made you really sit down and really look at it. It was a very visceral look at race relations. Yeah. And if they can do that with this show, it brings it to a larger market where maybe people can actually sit down and talk about something for once.
Right.
I don't want to get on. Can I get off the soapbox now?
We have to get off of politics.
Actually,
we don't.
Well,
do
it's
politics.
not politics. It's just the movie looks really. I mean, the series looks like it's going to be really good and thought provoking in essence.
Well, and that's hopefully people will take it that way.
Well, here's the other thing.
Oh, jeez.
Jon Snow and Ygritte, they're getting married.
Are they really?
They are.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
They're getting married. They actually hooked up on the set, and now they're hooking up outside the set, Ryan. They're getting hitched.
Well,
I'm really excited.
Congratulations to them.
Yes. Way to go, Jon Snow. All right, Brian. Is there anything else we need to get to before we run to break?
Let's see.
Fahrenheit 451. That's the new movie that's coming out. Actually, I still have Gilbert's movie. I got to give Gil the movie back. I haven't watched it yet, though. Gil, I promise I'm going to watch it, pal.
So when's the last time you read Fahrenheit 451?
High school.
Yeah, I think everybody should have read this. You know, honestly, I've seen the earlier movie. Like, there was a movie version in the 70s. It was really hokey. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it delivered the message, but just, you know.
I still had it to entertainment tonight, pot it up.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Da-na-na-na-na.
But, no, this looks good. There's one still that we saw from this that looks interesting. I could see that modernized.
But, you know, and it says 451 on his coat, so it's either the latter, because, I mean, 451 is the combustible temperature where you know, books. Yeah, it burns. All right, Brian, take us to break, buddy.
All right, guys, when we get back, we're going to close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. You're listening to The Week in Geek.
It's a short break, so don't go anywhere.
All right, guys, you're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
If you're not afraid of the IRS, you should be. And you should be just as afraid of those companies that tell you they can miraculously make your IRS problems go away. Hi, I'm attorney Kerry Bryson with the Bryson Law Firm. We've handled thousands of cases for clients who come to us after blowing their money with some out-of-town company that can't resolve their tax problems and won't return their calls. Bryson Law Firm has an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating, and we are licensed Louisiana attorneys. We are trained professionals who are accountable for our actions. We're all about business, your business. No long-distance relationship. You'll meet with the Bryson Law Firm in person, and your first visit is completely free. We'll tell you on the spot exactly how much it'll cost. So if you're facing IRS wage levies, bank levies, or tax liens, call our offices in New Orleans or Metairie at 504-875-3422 or go to BrysonLawFirm.com. If you have IRS issues, you have legal issues, and you need a licensed local attorney. You need us, the Bryson Law Firm.
Welcome to America Speaks by Zip, the polling app that lets you tell the nation what you think. Download the Zip app today. It's Sunday, July 23rd. Uber has added a new tipping feature matching Lyft. Is this too little too late? 72% of all respondents to the Zip app said better late than never. Dubai's self-flying taxis are primed for takeoff later this year. Have you or would you want to go visit the future city? 57% of women and 54% of men say yes, it's so advanced. Apparently, there's a huge amount of calling in sick because of mental health issues. Have you ever taken a mental health day? Big difference in the poll numbers with this one. 74% of men said no, I just say I'm sick. But as many as 41% of women said yes, they've taken that mental sick day. Finally, an app to create world peace or maybe just prove your point. Now you can poll the masses by downloading Zip, the question and answer app, in the App Store.
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Now, Brian, you know what? As always, we want to strongly urge people to check out the website, twigradio.com, like our Facebook page, The Week in Geek, and check out Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to hear your favorite part again, you
like
can
when
always
you talk?
Yes, exactly. You can always find us on Spreaker.com, or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also catch us on iTunes, YouTube, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Brian, you ready for This Week in Geek History?
Yes, sir.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future! Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Wow.
All right,
Brian.
Dave, right out of the gate, I got one you got to guess.
Damn it.
Ready? It's July 17th, 1987. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, starring
Starship Troopers.
Starring Peter Weller, Nancy Allen,
No.
Ronnie Cox, and Kurtwood Smith.
I don't know. Verhoeven did Starship Troopers. I have no idea.
It's RoboCop.
Oh!
The Peter Weller is the key.
Peter Weller,
Yeah.
you're right. Dang it.
All right.
Wah, wah, wah,
Oh, well, you can't win them all.
I can't. You're right.
You have a really good batting average on these guesses. So,
all right, what's next?
July 18th, 1968. Sees the founding of Intel, the Integrated Electronics Corporation, by Gordon Moore and Robert Noyce.
Did they do it in their garage?
I don't.
Like all startups do?
Well, maybe. Hey, let's
I don't
build
have a
this person.
garage, Brian. That's why I'm poor. I need to get a garage. Holy crap.
So you can invent something?
Exactly.
All right, next on my list, July 19th, 1985. This especially in light of the Ready Player One, Stranger Things references.
Okay.
Universal Pictures re-releases the science fiction film E.T.
E.T. Phone Home. I made DJ watch that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it was too funny because, I'm a boy. I'm a big boy. I don't cry. And as soon as E.T. died, I'm like, ah! When I told him that I cried at it too, I mean, it's like Old Yeller. Same thing, Same philosophy.
Absolutely.
If you didn't cry during E.T.,
you
you're
have
lying.
no soul.
Yeah, that too. See, I do have a soul, Brian. Up yours.
Oh, wow. All right, next one on my list, July 20th, 2006. Hasbro released the first ever 501st Legion Stormtrooper action figure.
Oh.
And I have one on my wall at the house.
Do you?
I do.
Nice.
All right, next on my list, July 21st, 2007. Sees the release of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the 7th and final novel of the Harry Potter series.
Oh, the novel. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, of course, I was thinking about that. 2007. That was 10 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got more stuff coming out, though.
And last thing on my list, July 22nd, 2011. Directed by the Russo brothers, starring Chris Evans, Hugo Weaving, and Samuel L. Jackson. It's
Captain America?
Which
First
one?
Avenger?
Yeah, there you go.
Hugo Weaving gave it away.
Yes.
All right, so...
birthdays?
Yeah, forget birthdays.
Okay.
So, Brian, next week we're going to be at Mechacon, and it's at the Hyatt Regency, right?
That's correct. Right by the Dome.
By the Superdome,
Yes.
yeah.
Mechacon.com for more information. Guys, we're going to be out there all weekend hanging out. Come stop by, say hi.
Yeah.
And
like us on Facebook. I butchered the whole thing. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. But yeah, we're going to be out there this weekend. You can see Skungy. You can throw stuff at him. We're going to be poking him with sticks.
No, we're not.
I don't know. It was in my program that we're supposed to be doing that. Are you sure?
I am positive.
You're no fun, man. No fun.
Oh, we love Skungy. But yeah, he's going to be running all kind of great games all weekend long, tournaments and demos and all that good stuff. So come hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. A lot of great guests. The Slants are going to be there, and I'm anxious to talk to those guys.
Who the hell are they?
They are a band that won a Supreme Court case about copyright and all that good stuff about their name.
Bully on them.
Yeah, so
I love it when people stick it to the man.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Your new home for Walton and Johnson. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.